Every insight deserves an audience. Welcome to Atypica AI.
Microsoft just announced they're cutting up to 22,000 jobs. Here's what nobody's telling you. This isn't about saving money. Microsoft is making record profits right now. This is about something far more calculated. They're literally replacing your job with a budget line item called AI infrastructure. And if you work in tech, or frankly any knowledge work industry, you need to understand what's actually happening here because your company is watching Microsoft very closely, and they're taking notes. Let me be direct about what I discovered. Microsoft is executing the first large-scale test of a new corporate formula. They're spending $80 billion on AI while simultaneously cutting up to 10% of their workforce. This isn't cost-cutting. This is capital reallocation. They're moving money from the human column to the machine column in their spreadsheet. And the math is brutally simple. One AI engineer building automation tools can now do the work that previously required 10 middle managers coordinating teams. You're probably thinking, but they're profitable. Why cut at all? That's exactly the wrong question. The right question is, where does that profit need to go next? And Microsoft's answer is clear. Into AI infrastructure before their competitors do. They're not cutting because they're struggling. They're cutting because they're racing. Here's what my research revealed about the specific targets. The layoffs are hitting three main areas: Azure cloud teams, Xbox, and global sales. Notice what these have in common? They're either legacy divisions or areas where AI can automate the work. Azure support, AI chatbots are handling Tier 1 tickets. Xbox, cloud gaming reduces the need for large development teams. Sales, AI is writing the proposals, scheduling the meetings, even crafting the follow-up emails. But here's where it gets really calculated. Microsoft implemented a return-to-office mandate requiring 3 days per week starting February 23rd, right as these layoffs hit. My analysis of employee forums shows workers see this exactly for what it is: a soft layoff mechanism. Make the conditions less attractive, and some people quit voluntarily. You don't have to pay severance to someone who resigns. It's corporate strategy 101, but rarely executed this transparently. Now, let me show you the data that confirms this is industry-wide. Tech companies cut 122,000 jobs in 2025. Microsoft cut 15,000 just last year. This isn't a blip. This is a pattern. And analysts I spoke with predict 10 to 20% of middle management roles across the entire sector will vanish as AI agents take over coordination tasks. Think about what middle managers actually do. They summarize information, coordinate schedules, track project status, facilitate communication. Every single one of those tasks is now being automated. I spent time analyzing employee sentiment on Blind and Reddit, and the psychological impact is profound. Despite record company profits, workers describe a toxic environment of anxiety and distrust. There's a pervasive fear that age discrimination is happening, that older workers and middle managers are being systematically targeted. And here's what's most telling. Employees are now splitting into two camps: the AI native workers who are aggressively adopting these tools and boosting their productivity, and those resisting the change.
Guess which group survives the next round of cuts? CEO Satya Nadella talks about the need for continuous unlearning and relearning. That's corporate speak for adapt or leave. And the adaptation he's demanding is fundamental. You need to become someone who works alongside AI, not someone AI works alongside until they figure out how to eliminate your role entirely. Here's the strategic insight that changes everything. Microsoft's commercial revenue commitments just hit $400 billion. That means customers are buying what they're selling. AI-powered tools like Copilot, Azure AI services, automated systems. The market is validating their bet, which means every other company is now asking, if Microsoft can run leaner with AI, why can't we? You need to understand what this means for you personally. This isn't a Microsoft story. This is a preview of your industry, your company, your job. The question isn't whether AI will reshape your workplace. It's whether you'll be in the group that shapes AI or the group that AI shapes out of existence. So here's my recommendation based on this research. If you're in tech or any coordination-heavy role, you have maybe 18 months to become demonstrably AI native. That means you need to be the person who's already using AI to 10x your productivity, who's building the systems, who's showing clear ROI from human-AI collaboration. You need to save aggressively. I'm talking 12 months of expenses if possible, because job searches in this market are taking longer. And you need to activate your network now, not when you're already cut. I've already changed how I evaluate my own work. Every task I do, I ask, could AI do this? And if the answer is yes, I figure out how to do something AI can't yet. That's the game now. The brutal truth? Microsoft isn't betting on AI because it's interesting. They're betting on it because the math works. A $180 billion AI investment eliminates the need for billions in annual payroll. That's not innovation, that's a calculated exchange of human capital for machine capital. And every CEO in every boardroom just saw the blueprint.
Want to learn more about interesting research? Check out Atypica AI.